Nobel Prize-winning author Toni Morrison has died at the age of 88. Her family said the celebrated American novelist passed away peacefully last night following a short illness. Morrison became the first black woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1993. Well, let's get some reaction to her death. I'm joined now from Chicago by the activist Reverend Jesse Jackson. Very good evening to you. Thanks so much for talking to us here today. I understand that you did, in fact, know Toni Morrison, so share with us your thoughts on hearing the news of her death.
It is a profound loss. You know, Earth has lost a giant and heaven has gained one, a very special woman, a literary giant, really.
Well, yes, and I've seen her described as exactly that, a literary giant, and I've seen also tributes explaining how she chronicled the African-American experience in fiction over 5 decades. Just how important a voice do you think that's been over those years?
Well, the longevity, the continuity, but she chronicled the experience in some degree of depth, from slavery to Jim Crow to present level of discrimination. Political activists supported Bill Clinton very much. For President Barack Obama, she was always relevant on that scene. And she was once an African American, a female, and a giant whose work transcended race and gender. She was a consummate artist.
Yes, and her work has been on school syllabuses up and down America, hasn't it, for years? So how important an influence do you think she's been on young people in the country?
Further, you get a Pulitzer Prize and then a Nobel Prize. That itself gives us distinction. And it's almost very few African American women have ever been. During the time of slavery, Phyllis Wheatley was salvaged from slavery and began to write and became a phenomenon, Phyllis Wheatley. And really, since that time, we've had few up at the level that Toni Morrison achieved in her lifetime. So we celebrate. We commemorate her death, but we celebrate her life today in a big way.
Indeed, and not just her storytelling, but her extraordinary love of language.
That was a very special gift that came out of her husband. So she had soul and science, beat balance, and she was always curious. It kept relevant. Curious, and she was a wordsmith of the highest order.
And President Obama has described her as a national treasure who was as good a storyteller, as captivating in person as she was on the page. What was she like personally? What was she like in person?
Easy to meet, very self-effacing, always self-assured, but never arrogant, self-assured. The confidence that exuded. When she walked into a room, you know Toni was in the room.
And not afraid to get involved politically?
Very involved, analyzing Barack's season and Bill Clinton's, and very challenging the retardation of the Trump administration as well.
Well, Reverend Jesse Jackson, we really appreciate you taking some time to reflect on the life and work of Toni Morrison, who has sadly died. Thanks very much indeed for your time this evening. We appreciate it.
The Sky News family, that the impact of racial violence in this country and what Trump has done has put us to a new low. It's going to have global ramifications unless it stops quickly.
OK, thank you very much indeed for your views tonight. We appreciate your time.